Good evening, Kanak. Okay, cool. Can we start? Just a quick confirmation, everybody. As usual, nobody's confirmed yet. Can you hear me and see me? Still waiting for the confirmation. Okay, great. You can hear me. Great. For the confirmation. I can hear myself also now. That's good. Okay, let's start. So let me tell you a little bit about time and work as a chapter today. Time and work is one of those chapters, I would say in the whole CAT syllabus. It is one such chapter which requires barely any concepts. In fact, it is one such chapter which I always believe you can teach the concepts through the questions, even though there are no such concepts, but whatever is there to teach, more than concepts, is the types of questions. If this type of questions are there, this type of questions are there. So all that has to be covered through examples only. So it is definitely one such chapter which has to be covered through examples. Okay. So I remember yesterday during one of the DLR sets during the class, a lot of people had that query that side. So why were we taking LCM? In fact, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that part again today. I'm going to discuss why do we take LCM for any kind of questions of these types so that things become easy, because we will be using the LCM approach a lot over here. Okay. This was the schedule for the week. These two lectures are still pending. That is today's lecture and tomorrow's lecture pending. Okay. So this is your schedule for the week. I'm explaining the LCM concept. So let me just give you a logic. Okay. Suppose I'm purposely not going to use this chapter ka logic. Suppose you are traveling from place A to place B and then back to A. You're going from A to B and then B to A. While going, your speed was 40 kilometer per hour. As I said, this is part of Quant. Yes, this is part of Quant, very much Quant. Okay. While going, suppose your speed was 40 kilometer per hour, and while returning, your speed was 60 kilometer per hour. Okay. Good evening, Tejaswani. Okay. Now, if the question is find the average speed, let me first give you the formula for average speed. Average speed ka formula is total distance covered upon total time taken. You all must have done this question when you all did time, speed, distance. Okay. Good evening, everybody. Now, let me explain the logic. Here I'm trying to explain the logic, not the question so much. So, to do this question, there are two approaches. One is you can see the distance to go from A to B and to come from B to A is the same distance. So, two methods I'm going to discuss. One method you can say, let the distance be D. तो जाने का distance D, वापस आने का distance भी D. So what is your total distance? What is your total distance covered? To go D, to come back D. So total distance becomes 2D. Time. What is the formula for time? Time is distance upon speed. So time 1 will be, that is to go, will be D upon 40. So we'll get D upon 40 plus time to come back will be D upon 60. And then you have to carefully solve this part. How do you solve it? 2D remains as it is. You take LCM of 40 and 60. 40 and 60 LCM is 120. 40 goes 3 times. So we'll get 3D over here. 60 goes 2 times. So we get 2D over here. So we are left with 2D upon 5D upon 120. You can take this on top and change it to multiplication. So it will become 2D multiply by 120 upon 5D, DD cut, 5 ones are 5, 24s are, and 24 twos are 48 becomes the average speed. Now, what have we understood in this question? This is one question. Okay, आज time speed distance नहीं सीख रहे हम, but मैंने क्यों कराया ये question? Now, this was one method which I don't really like. Very frankly, the method is not great. The method is, I would say, average. What can be a better method to do this sum? This distance anyway was cutting. Did you notice that the distance was cutting anyway? Which means the distance, I can take any number which will make my life easy. Instead of taking it D, I can take any number which makes my life easy. And what is that right number to take? Then it is the LCM of 40 and 60. So what is the LCM of 40 and 60? 120. So by method number 2, I would take the distance as 120 between A and B. Why 120? I'm going to repeat again. Because 120 is the LCM of 40 and 60. So, जाने का distance 120, आने का distance 120. So total distance becomes 120 plus 120, 240. Now let's do time. The time, the calculation. Oh, I'm so sorry. I forgot that part. Yeah, my bad. I'll take care of that. I'm so sorry that it is obstructing the video. For right now, for this question, I'll just shut the video off. Yeah, I'll just shut the video off for a one question. Okay. Yeah. I'll take care from the next question onwards. So 240. Now, what will be the time? What is time? Formula remains same. So instead of D, we will take 120. 120 upon 40 will become 3. So time, I don't have to write fractions. I can directly write 3. Coming back ka time, 120 divided by 60, 2. And directly we get 240 upon 5, 48. Are we clear, everybody? So, do you all understand the logic of taking LCM? Okay, let's understand something else. Okay, I'll get the video back also in place. Now, let me explain the logic of taking LCM. Suppose I give you some work to do. Suppose I give you 100 questions to solve. Suppose I've given you some work. Janvi, wherever you need to divide later and you're going to get fractions, you will take LCM. That's the whole logic. And in fact, time and work, most of the questions will take LCM. Let me explain. I'm going slowly. I'm explaining in detail. Just wait, Janvi, okay? Now, let me explain the next logic. Suppose I give you 100 questions to solve. This is like a work. And say, suppose one of you all says, A says, I will be able to do this work in 20 days. While B says, I will be able to do the work in 10 days. While C says, I'll be able to do the work in 5 days, whatever it is. Okay. Now, we can easily see there were 100 questions. If A says I can do the work in 20 days, that means A is doing 5 questions per day. A can do 5 questions per day. How 5? Because 100 questions there, 20 days A is taking. So 100 divided by 20, 5 questions per day. B can do the work in 10 days. So B is doing 10 questions per day. While C can do 100 divided by 5, 20 questions per day. Right? Do you understand? That work of taking as 100 questions made so much sense. That taking that work as 100 questions made so much sense because I didn't get any fractions. But if I had told you same question के लिए Suppose if I had told you for the same question, you have one section to complete. Amit sir has given one section to complete to everybody. A again says I can do the work in 20 days. B again says I can do the work in 10 days. C again says I can do the work in 5 days. No, in fact, it was not even LCM. 100, I just gave as an example. Now I will take LCM. Suppose if I say I had given you one section to complete. If you have one section to complete and if you're taking 20 days to do the work, how much part of the work are you doing per day? Yeah, I didn't take, that was a question मैं automatically दिया था. मैंने कुछ भी नहीं किया है. मैंने वो क्वेश्चन में 20 LCM नहीं लिया था, 100 LCM नहीं लिया था. That was given in the question. Okay? Now, listen to this everybody. If you have one full section to complete and if A says he or she can do the work in 20 days, so how much work is A doing per day? Can I say A is doing 1 by 20th of the work per day? Everybody understand this 1 by 20th? Not possible. If you join late, how can I explain again? You all have to join on time, Saksham. Sorry. Pay attention. It will come. Whatever I've explained will come across still. Don't worry. Everybody clear till here? What about B? B can do the work in 10 days. So can I say B is doing 1/10 of the work per day? 1/10 of the work per day. While C is doing 1/5 of the work per day. Everybody clear? Now, if I do by this method, what happens? I have a lot of fractions, and to avoid these fractions, we prefer taking LCM. So instead of this one section per day, we can call that one section as 20 chapters or whatever we want to call it. So we can say let the work be, instead of one section, let's say it was 20 chapters. And then everything would become so easy to solve. And that is the reason we take LCM. So Janvi, you would ask, sir, why do we take LCM? Did you understand, Janvi? Okay, cool. Let's start with the first example proper question. Let's start with the first proper question. 2 or more people working simultaneously. Very standard time and work question. This is the most standard question of time and work, but useful a lot. A can do a piece of work in 20 days. B can do the same piece of work in 30 days. Find how many days can they take. Okay, normally अगर ये क्वेश्चन है ना मैंने किसी 4th या 5th स्टैंडर्ड के बच्चे को दिया होता था तो they would say A can do a work in 20 days, B can do a work in 30 days. So अगर A plus B साथ में कर रहे हैं तो इधर भी ऐड हो जाना चाहिए 50 days. Is this right? Is this correct? Obviously no, na? I'll repeat. When A is doing the work in 20 days, B is doing the work in 30 days, A plus B together will definitely take lesser than 20 days. If I alone, suppose if I am A, I alone can finish the work in 20 days. If B may be slower than me but is helping me, I will finish the work faster, no? Some help I will receive, so I will finish the work faster. So what is the right way to do such questions? Okay? Pay attention. So whenever days are given, so very important concept, days, whenever data is given in days, we need to convert the data into work done. Convert the data to work done. So we'll say let total work be 60. Why 60? Why not some other number? Because 60 is the LCM of 20 and 30. 60 is the LCM of 20 and 30. Okay. So if my work is 60, जो भी है 60 क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करना है या जो भी है, A can finish this 60 in 20 days. So how much work is A doing per day? A can do 60 divided by 20. We call it units. 60 units लेते हैं. So A is doing 3 units per day. And B will do 60 divided by 30, 2 units per day. Everybody clear to here? First sum, I'm going to go very slowly. When the same thing I explain in the next sum, I'll go fast, okay? So be ready. So everybody clear till here? A can do 3 units per day, B can do 2 units per day. If anybody has a doubt, ask now. I'm waiting. Okay? So A plus B. A plus B can do how much work? A is doing 3 units, B is doing 2 units. Yeah, but I don't want to do that xy upon x plus y. No x, y, nothing. So A plus B can do 5 units. See, if you'll by heart formulas and do now, when the question gets difficult, then you'll find it difficult. A plus B can do 5 units. Therefore, now work तो उतना ही है. Therefore, time taken is 60 divided by 5, which is 12 days. Everybody go through this carefully. Once you've understood this, next sum we will go very fast. Both of them together are doing 5 units. Therefore, time taken is 60 divided by 5, 12 days. कोई formulas की जरूरत नहीं है. Who's that? Ansh Singh. No need for formulas, anything. Just pay attention to what I'm teaching. This chapter can be done without any formulas. Okay? I don't want you to do 1 upon 20 and 1 upon 30. I want you to get out of that method. See, you can do 10 methods, but I want you to today learn the method which I'm teaching you. Who said it is wrong? Nothing is wrong. 1 upon 20 and 1 upon 30 is also right. But as the questions will get difficult, that method you will find more difficult. Okay? Sure. Let's take the next question. LCM I took because division becomes complete. You will not get fractions. Come on, now we should do fast. See, now pay attention, everybody. Stop chatting and pay attention. A can do a work in 20 days, B can do a work in 15 days, and C can do a work in 30 days, all three together. Now you should be this fast later in the exam. Total work LCM. LCM is luckily again 60 only. Total work is 60 units. So A, stop chatting when I'm explaining, never chat. 60 divided by 20, 3 units per day. 60 divided by 15, 4 units per day. 60 divided by 30, 2 units per day. 3 plus 4, 7, 7 plus 2, 9 units per day, all three together. Time taken, 60 divided by 9. 3 20s are 3 3s are 3 6s are 2 remainder, 6 2/3 days. And this is the speed you can do with. Everybody go through this and see whether you've understood. Because now the method has not changed. जो method हमने sum number 1 में किया, वही method sum number 2 में किया है. LCM, Saloni, how 60 units? Because that is the LCM. I can take 60 or I can take a bigger number also, a multiple of 60, but LCM is least common multiple. So 20, 15 and 30 का LCM. जो लोग को LCM नहीं निकालने को आता है, एक बार सिखा रहा हूं. 2 tens are, does not go in 15, 2 15s are. 2 fives are, does not go in 15, does not go in 15. 3 does not go, 3 fives are, 3 fives are. And then 5 ones are, ones are, ones are. 2 to the 4, 4 threes are 12, 12 fives are 60 is the LCM. Everybody clear? We will work with this method. So please get used to this method. Don't be rigid and say, okay, मुझे तो वो fractions पसंद है. जैसे जैसे questions difficult होंगे, life will be difficult for you. One upon 12 in one day, and therefore 12 in therefore 12 days. That is why I don't want you to do the method. Everybody pay attention to this method. Okay, what is the concept? What is not there to get the concept? Basically, जो work हम 1 ले रहे हैं, उसके बदले हमने 60 लिया. बाकी पूरा method same है. When you do 1 upon 12, 1 upon 20 and 1 upon 15 and 1 upon 30, you're considering work as 1. Instead of considering work as 1, I'm considering it as 60. That's the only difference. Okay? Chalo, let's go ahead. There are 2 questions, part A of the question, part B of the question. So let's pay attention carefully. 2 people working alternately. A can do a piece of work in 20 days, B can do it in 25 days, working alone. How many days will it take to complete the work if 2 of them work on alternate days? If A starts the work and second case में B starts the work. So, starting of the method will be same. What is the LCM of 20 and 25? What is the LCM of 20? Well, you know what is the best way to take LCM? Orally, especially for such questions. 25 का tables बोलो और चेक करते जाओ कि उसमें 20 जा रहा है कि नहीं और बहुत इजीली मालूम पड़ेगा. 25 1 is 25 doesn't go. 25 2 is 50. 50 20 में divisible नहीं है. 25 3 is 75 still not divisible. 25 4 is 100. 100 में 20 is divisible and therefore LCM is 100. I'll repeat the approach. जिसको orally LCM करना है, say your tables of 25. 25 1s are 25. 20 does not go in 25. 25 2s is 50. 50 divided by 20 also is not a whole number. 25 3 is 75. Again not possible. 25 4s are 100. 100 divided by 20 gives me a whole number. So LCM is 100. So how much work is A doing per day? 100 divided by 20. 5 units per day. How much work is B doing per day? 100 divided by 25. 4 units per day. इस बार ऐड नहीं करना है, ध्यान से देखना. इस बार day 1 पे A is working. तो थोड़ा सा जैसे I'm writing day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4 and so on. Okay. Day 1 पे 5 units are done because A was working and day 2 पे 4 units are done. Again 5, again 4, again 5, again 4. That way it will keep going. Pay attention. So what is happening in 2 days? What is happening in 2 days? Can I say 9 units are getting done in 2 days? Every 2 days pe 9 units are getting done. Now what you need to do very carefully, pay attention to this very carefully. You have to count 999, that means 9 ka tables. Last table of 9 which comes before 100 because total work is 100. Total work is 100. So which is the last number? Which is the last number which will come before 100? 99, 9 1s are 9 2s are 9 3s are करेंगे. So 9 11s are will be 99. Pay attention everybody, okay? 9 11s are will be 99. So after doing this 2 day 11 times, after doing this 2 day 11 times, what will happen? 99 units of work will be done. I'm just cutting this now because I don't have space. Okay. So can I say in 22 days, in 22 days, 99 units are done. Everybody clear till here? In 22 days, 99 units are done. They are not asking, they didn't ask you on which day will the work get over. Question is, how many days does it take? So I want to know the exact answer. So pay attention. Now, who works on the 23rd day? A or B? Remember, A has started. So A is working on all the odd days. First day पे A काम कर रहा है, third day पे A काम कर रहा है, fifth day पे A काम कर रहा है, seventh day पे A काम कर रहा है. So 23rd day पे भी A काम करेगा. One unit is pending. One unit is pending. And who's coming to work? A comes to work. And how much is A able to do per day? 5 units. Because 11 times, I'll explain how 22 came again later. Wait 1 minute. A comes to work. A is able to do 5 units in 1 day. A is able to do full 5 units in 1 day. So पूरा दिन में A is doing 5 units. So to do 1 unit, how much time will it take? Therefore, time taken to do 1 unit. Time taken to do 1 unit will be 1/5 of the day. So already 22 days were there and 1/5 more. So answer for the first part is 22 1/5. I'm going to explain one more time how 22 came. If anybody has a doubt. गिनो ये 2 दिन में 9. You can count on your fingers also initially, no problem. 2 दिन में 9. 4 दिन में 18. 6 days में 27. And so on if you go to 99 because I want the last multiple of 9 before 100. So 9 11s is 99. So 11 times such boxes will come. One box is 2 days. So 11 boxes will be 22 days. So all those who had not understood 22, now I've explained. Yes, Shruti, which part is not clear? Ask. I explained Pradeep 22 कैसे आया वापस एक बार. Okay. One box is 9 units and this is 2 days. Second box is again 9 units, 2 days. So that way if I count 2 days, 11 times, it will become 22 days. And 22 days mein 99 unit is done. 22 days, 99 units is done. 1 unit is pending because total work was 100 units. Now, because it is the 23rd day, A will come to work. 23rd day, A will come to work. And in 1 day, A is doing 5 units. In 1 day, A is doing 5 units. So to do 1 unit, A takes 1/5 of the day. A takes 1/5 of the day. Total time taken is 22 1/5. Anshuman, I explained again also how 22 came. 3 times I've explained how 22 came. Okay. Now tell me one thing. Suppose ये यहाँ पे जगह क्लियर कर रहा हूं मैं. Same question. ये question नहीं है. Same previous question. Suppose we were starting with B. Day 1 पे B है. तो what would happen? Day 1 पे 4. Day 2 पे 5. Day 3 पे 4. Day 4 पे 5. Day 5 पे 4. Day 6 पे 5. And so on. Again 2 days, 9 units. Anshuman and all those who had not understood how 22 came, pay attention one more time. 2 दिन में, 2 days में 9 units. And which is the last multiple of 9 before 100, which is 99. So 99 units के लिए कितना दिन? You can also cross multiply. So 99 into 2 divided by 9, which is 22 days. So everything else is same. 22 days में 99 units is done. Only thing is now on the 20, in this case, on the 23rd day, B comes to work. On 23rd day, B comes to work. And because B comes to work on the 23rd day, one day may he is able to do 4 units. In one day, B is able to do 4 units. Therefore, in 20, on that one last day, to do 1 unit which is pending, 99 हो गया है, तो 1 unit बाकी है. So to do that one day, 1 unit, he will take 1/4 of the day. B will take 1/4 of the day. And therefore, answer for the second part of the question will be 22 1/4. So if we start with A, we are going to take 22 1/5 of the day. And if we start with B, then we're going to take 22 1/4 of the day. No need to do 89 upon 4 and all that right now. Everybody clear? So this was alternate wala. Check the method one more time. I'm just leaving it on the screen for 10-15 seconds. So you'll understand what we're doing. Just left it on the screen for 10 seconds so people can have a look at it if they want. Great. So I'm going to move ahead now. Okay. This is your CAT 26 batch launching. Anybody needs to enroll can enroll. As a 99 क्यों लिया is not a bad question. Tanish has asked because 99 is the last multiple of 9 before 100. Because my total work was 100, no? So 9 11s are 99. अगर मैं और 9 12s करूँगा तो it will cross 100. That is why I took 99. Okay, different kind of question. First, we are understanding concepts, huh? So don't worry too much. It's the same thing, Pradeep. So before I start this question, let me ask you one very basic stuff. Suppose you have been given the task of getting some work done. Suppose you're in office, or whatever. Say, and you know that if your team has 10 people, suppose 10 people can do a work in, say, 30 days. Okay, I'm not even reading this question. Everybody stop reading this question. Pay attention to something else only. Suppose you are a project manager, okay? And your boss tells you, tell me how many days you will be able to finish the work. So you say, sir, if my team has 10 people, I'll be able to finish the work in 30 days. Guys, you are unnecessarily reading that question. I'm not even concentrating on that question. Please pay attention to something different. But the boss says, yeah, we don't have 30 days. I want the work done faster. I want to do the work in 15 days. How many days will it take? Now, let's see by cross multiplying. Normally, people have a habit they blindly cross multiply. अगर यहाँ पे क्रॉस मल्टीप्लाई करेगा तो क्या आएगा 10 into 15 divided by 30 0 0 cut 3 ones are 3 5s are 5 people. Is this right? Obviously it is incorrect. Obviously 5 people will be incorrect. So what is the learning you have right now? You should never blindly cross multiply. You should think a little bit. Right? You should never blindly cross multiply, you should think a little bit. If you want the work to be done in 15 days, which is half the days, So days are becoming half. Therefore number of people which you have will have to double. Therefore number of people which you have will have to double. Okay? So that's an important concept, that never blindly cross multiply. Okay? Now let's try and understand this concept over here. 25 men working for 8 hours a day and working for 10 days. I know I purposely misread. I didn't read the 200 toys pehle. And working for 10 days are able to make 200 toys. Now why did I write like this? क्यों मैंने टॉयज भी मल्टीप्लाई नहीं किया? तुमको कैसे मालूम पड़ेगा एग्जाम में कैसे करने का? The logic is you have to start thinking which is input and which is output. Men are working for so many days at so many hours every day. All that is what? That is all input. तुम्हारा effort है, तुम effort डाल रहे हो. Output एक ही है इसमें पूरे क्वेश्चन में, 200 toys. So we will write like this: 25 men working 8 hours a day for 10 days can produce 200 toys. Now, in how many days will 100 men working 10 hours a day, in how many days? We don't know days, so D days, produce 1000 toys. And what we will do in this case, we will just simply take ratio. Don't by heart any formula. Efficiency अभी दिया नहीं है तो हम कुछ लेंगे नहीं. जब efficiency देंगे तो efficiency सोचेंगे. Please, I don't want any formulas by hearted. Now just take a ratio. So 25 into 8 into 10 upon 100 into 10 into D will be 200 upon 1000. And now you should be able to solve it. Okay, यहाँ पे 10 10 कट, यहाँ पे 200 5s are 1000 कट, whatever else is cutting, 25 1s are 25, 4s are cut, 4 1s are 4, 2s are cut. So everything is cut out. We are left with 2 upon D is 1 upon 5. Therefore D is equal to 2 multiplied by 5, 10 days. Very simple if you use logic. You try to by heart formulas, I change one thing, you will fall into a trap. So don't fall into the trap. Every time think. Time and work is one such chapter. You have to think every time. It makes the chapter very, very doable. So basically, you have to remember what is input. There are two parts to the question. What is input and what is output? Input on one side, output on the other side. Men working for 8 hours a day, working for 10 days is all input. Number of toys produced is output. Second time, men working for 10 hours a day for D days is input. 1000 toys is the output. That's it. Why we took ratio? Because basically input 1 upon input 2 will be output 1 upon output 2. This will be the formula you need to understand. If you want to remember any formula, एक ही formula याद रखना. Input 1 upon input 2. Okay, tell me, बचपन से what are your parents telling you? Can somebody tell me what is the most common thing all parents tell to their children? But you're doing wrong, no, Varsha? Varish, you're doing wrong. How will you get right answer? How can you change the 30 and whatever? Exactly, somebody has hit the nail. Kumud has hit the nail on the head. जितनी मेहनत करोगे उतना अच्छा फल मिलेगा. Very nice. Kumud has given the perfect answer. What does that mean? जितना इनपुट डालोगे उतना आउटपुट मिलेगा. If you put less input, you will get, if you put less input, you'll get less output. If you put more input, you'll get more output. And that is why input 1 upon input 2 is output 1 upon output 2. Perfect, everybody understood? No, I explained not to cross multiply when there is no equal to sign. We cross multiplied over here because there is equal to sign. Okay? वहां पे इक्वल टू साइन नहीं था. Which is directly proportional or inversely proportional? Yes. Chalo, let's go to the next question. Now coming to pipes and cisterns. Cistern is nothing but tank या जो भी इसको बोलना है. Cistern is just another word for tank. Now, please do this sum exactly like how two people are working. Tap A can fill a vessel in 15 hours, B can fill in 20 hours. How much time will it take if they fill both the taps are open simultaneously? So this is exactly like saying A can do a work in 15 hours, B can do the work in 20 hours, and everything else remains the same. So how did we do this sum behind the first question we did? We took LCM of 15 and 20. LCM of 15 and 20 is 60. LCM is 60. So if you want a right words for this question, which you don't have to explain anyway in CAT exam, but just explaining to you, let the size of the tank, be 60 liters. So the work which has to be done, पहले हम 60 units बोल रहे थे, याद है? पहले हम 60 units बोल रहे थे. इस बार हम बोल रहे हैं, let the size of the tank be 60 liters. So how much can A fill in 1 hour? A can fill 60 divided by 15. 4 liters per hour. बहुत slow pipe है. 4 liters एक घंटे में. How much can B fill? 60 divided by 20. Only 3 liters per hour. So how much can A plus B fill? 7 liters per hour. So if together they have to fill this tank, time taken will be 60 divided by 7. You can convert it to a mixed fraction. 7 8s are 56. 4 remainder, 8 4 by 7 hours. सेम क्वेश्चन, कुछ भी फर्क नहीं है, खाली वर्ड्स चेंज कर दिए, इसको पाइप्स एंड सिस्टम बना दिया है. अभी क्लियर? In pipes and cistern, we can understand the concept of negative work. Then that will depend upon what the options are, no, in the exam. We are not doing a school exam के last answer submit करना है, हमको तो answer click करना है. Depending on what the answer will be, we will click. If it is in the form of 60 upon 7, we will click 60 upon 7. If it is in the form of 8 4 upon 7, we will do that. नहीं, अभी तो CAT level नहीं शुरू हुआ है. We are learning the topic. How can CAT level start so fast? Tap A can fill a vessel in 15 hours. B can fill it in 20 hours. While a drain pipe C, that is a pipe which is removing water, can empty it in 30 hours. A, तो first part तो same होगा, LCM of C को भी साथ में ही कंसिडर करेंगे, LCM of 15, 20 and 30. Luckily, LCM of 15, 20 and 30 also comes out to be 60. So we will say let the size of the tank or the cistern or whatever that is, vessel, whatever it is, 60 liters. So A will fill how much? 60 divided by 15, 4 liters per hour. How much will B fill? 60 divided by 20, 3 liters per hour. How much will C remove? C will not fill, C will remove. How much will C remove? 60 divided by 30, so minus 2 liters per hour. Everybody check C के लिए minus क्यों आया? We got minus for C because C is removing water. Okay, so C will remove 2 liters. So A plus B plus C will be 4 plus 3, 7, 7 minus 2, 5. 5 liters per hour. A plus B plus C can do 5 liters per hour. Last, by the way, if you've realized up till now, most of the question have the same last step. Most of the questions have the same last step. Time taken will be 60 divided by 5, 12 hours. So draining means water is being removed, and that is why it becomes minus. चलो going ahead. अब थोड़ा अलग क्वेश्चन है, स्लाइटली डिफरेंट क्वेश्चन, उसी कॉन्सेप्ट पे है, बट द वे इट इज फ्रेम्ड इट इज स्लाइटली डिफरेंट. Okay, Harsh, I will explain that input-output question again later, don't worry. LCM 30 था कि 60 था? 20 does not go in 30. Please know your LCM well. LCM is not 30, LCM is 60. If we take 30, 30 does not, 30 divided by 20 is not a whole number. So LCM is not that. Okay? Add क्या करना है? 4 plus 3 7, 4 plus 3 7, 7 minus 2 5. That's it. Shreya, 4 plus 3 7, 7 minus 2 5. That's it. उतना तो किया है. Last part, Janvi, is the same in every question. A plus B plus C takes how much time? So A plus B plus C takes how much time? It will be total work divided by A plus B plus C. And A plus B plus C, time taken by A plus B plus C will be 60 divided by 5, 12. Got it? Janvi, Shreya, everybody got it? Chalo, I'm doing this question now, pay attention. Okay, I think some of you all need to just go out of YouTube and come back again, or refresh your feed, because I think you are lagging behind. Shreya, Janvi, because your questions are coming in pretty late. Okay, pay attention. इस बार क्या दिया है? U plus V can complete the work in 30 hours. V plus W can do it in 40 hours. W plus U can do it in 60 hours. First part of the work question will be same. Total work is equal to LCM of 30, 40 and 60. As I said, if you want to do orally, check my method. 60 का टेबल्स बोलने का, 60 1s are 60, बिगेस्ट नंबर का टेबल से शुरू करने का. 60 1s are 60. 60 में 60 तो जाएगा ही, 60 में 30 भी जा रहा है, बट 60 डिवाइड बाय 40 इज नॉट अ होल नंबर, तो 60 इज नॉट द LCM. 60 2s are 120. 60 120 में 60 जाएगा, 120 में 30 भी जाएगा, and 120 में 40 also goes 3 times. and therefore LCM is 120 units. So total work is 120 units. Now, pay attention. This time two people the combination has been given. That means we can say U plus V. U plus V were taking 30 hours to do the work. So how much work will they do? 120 divided by 30, 4 units per hour. Go through this step again one more time. Same जो पहले किया था, ये U plus V है उससे तुमको कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ना चाहिए. Don't change your approach. U plus V will be 120 divided by 30, 4 units per hour. V plus W, 120 divided by 40, 3 units per hour. And W plus U is 120 divided by 60, 2 units per hour. Now wait. Now just wait everybody, okay? Pay attention. We want to find W alone will take how many hours? Which means, like pay attention on the side over here. Which means what have they asked us for? Time taken by W. So it will be total work which is 120 divided by W. So we have to find W alone. We have 3 equations. We have U plus V, we have W plus V and W plus U. I need only W. Okay, there are at least 3 or 4 different methods to do it. I will show you one method. Pay attention first. I will show you 2 methods actually. Suppose if you add these 2, what will you get? Add second equation and third equation. What will you get if you add them both? 2 bar W है, 2W plus there is a U and there is a V plus U plus V is 5. Leave it here. 2W plus U plus V is 5. But I already know U plus V is 4 from the first equation. So in this, instead of U plus V, I can write 4. I added second and third equation. 2W plus U plus V is 5. 3 plus 2, 5. Instead of U plus V, I can write 4. So therefore, I'll get 2W plus 4 is equal to 5. So I get 2W is equal to 1. And I get W is equal to half. I get W is equal to half. Put it over here as we had discussed. 120 divided by half, not 2. 120 divided by half, which will become 120 multiplied by 2 upon 1, which will be 240 hours. Answer is the option C. एक बार आराम से go through करो and see whether you understood. Why did I add these two? And why did I then subtract? Why did I put the value? Because I understood by seeing it कि मुझे W अलग करना था, so this was a good way. There can be one more method. I will show one more method to get W half. To get W half, I'll show you one more approach. Don't worry. Okay, to get the W half, I'm showing one more approach. So please pay attention. So pay attention everybody. The other method is add all 3 equations. तीनों को add कर दो. If you add all 3, what will you get? You will get U 2 times, so 2U. You will get V 2 times, so 2V. And you will get W 2 times, so 2W. Is equal to how much? 4 plus 3, 7, 7 plus 2, 9. Divide by 2. You got U plus V plus W is 9. 2U plus 2V plus 2W. Adding all 3. Now divide by 2. If you divide by 2, what will you get? you will get u plus v plus w is 9 upon 2, 4.5. 9 divided by 2, 4.5. But we already know u plus v. We want to find w. W को अलग करना है. तो u plus v तो मालूम है 4. u plus v 4 मालूम है. 4 plus w is 4.5. So w is equal to 0.5. 0.5 is half only. Same thing what we did. So 120 divided by 0.5 or 120 divided by half, which will be 240. Option C. Both the methods are okay. Whichever method you want to do, you can do. Come on, why don't you all do one extra question over here? Time taken by V. What will be time taken by V? Come on, quickly do for V. Harsh, try what I'm saying now. First, try time taken by V. Last part is always same, Harsh. Time taken by W is 120 divided by whatever work W can do. So 120 divided by half, which is 120 multiplied by 2 by 1 becomes 240. So first you need to find V. Time taken by V निकालने के लिए we'll have to first find V. So pay attention. Till here everything will remain same. I am trying to find time taken by V, not W now. Chalo, pay attention. Time taken by V, so 120 divided by V. Now, I got U plus V plus W is 4.5. जिसमें से अभी U और W निकालना है. And third equation is U plus W. U plus W is 2. Look at this. U plus W is 2. So, 2 plus V is 4.5. So, V will be 2.5. 4.5 minus 2, V is 2.5. Time taken by V will be 120 divided by 2.5. Or 5 upon 2, whatever you want to write it as. You can remove the decimal, put a 10 on top. 5 5s are, 5 2s are, 5 1s are, 5 24s are, 24 2s are, 48 hours. Is everybody under 58 किसका आ गया देवांश? 58 कहां से आ गया देवांशीष? Answer is 48. Everybody understood? Chalo, going ahead. Next question. 80 taken by you. 80 तो मैंने पूरे समय कहीं लिया ही नहीं है. Mohit, please speak clearly what you're trying to say. 2.5 is work done per hour. Yes, Janvi. 2.5 is work done by W per hour. चलो next sum try करते हैं. अलग type का question है. So no, I don't want you all to try. I want you all to just pay attention. We're doing different types of question of this chapter. Okay, everybody stop chatting. Stop in the previous question. Come to this question. Okay, I don't want you to try. I want you to pay attention. I'm explaining. P can do as much work in 3 days as Q can do in 4 days. So थोड़ा सोचते हैं जो what P can do in 3 days, that same amount Q can do in 4 days. Is this what they're saying? 80 तो मोहित पूरे समय कहीं था ही नहीं यार. 80 कहां से आया तेरे पास? प्रीवियस क्वेश्चन के सम में कहीं पे भी 80 था ही नहीं. कहां है 80? मुझे बताओ मोहित. अच्छा, यू सेइंग यू के लिए यू कैलकुलेटेड फॉर यू आल्सो. सो सॉरी, आई डोंट नो उसका आंसर 80 आता कि नहीं, मुझे पता नहीं. और डेज तो है नहीं, आवर्स है क्वेश्चन में. मैं वही बोल रहा हूँ, डेज कहां से आ गया मोहित? आई थिंक यू का 80 नहीं है, 24 है शायद, चेक कर लो एक बार अच्छे से। या डोंट नो, आई एम जस्ट सेइंग। ओके, 3 no 1.5 no, it can be, yeah, it will be 80 days, right? 80 days, perfect. Chalo, everybody pay attention to this question. P can do as much work in 3 days as Q can do in 4 days. Let's leave it here for a second. Q can do as much work in 6 days. Q can do as much work in 6 days as R can do in 5 days. Okay, ये भी लिखा। If all three work together, work will be completed in 30 days. All three work together, work is completed in 30 days. All three together do the work in 30 days. How long will Q alone take to do the work? Now, different question, completely different question. And that is why, remember, I was telling you, don't stick to a method, don't stick to an approach. Let's try and understand. इसमें मैं LCM क्या लूंगा? थोड़ा मैं stuck हूं. Whatever P can do in 3 days, Q can do in 4 days. So if I have to temporarily block out everything, just pay attention. अगर मैं इसको ब्लॉक कर रहा हूं, इसको ब्लॉक कर रहा हूं और इसको भी ब्लॉक कर रहा हूं, how much, what number would you like to take? Basically LCM of 3, 4 and 5 and 6 also is 60, right? So good approach can be, pay attention, to take, don't take blindly, okay? First start only with this as 60, 3P as 60. Suppose P in 3 days, P in 3 days is able to do 60 units. Therefore, P will do 20 units per day. Pay attention, okay? Some easy nahi hai. Yes, I know we have to equate Q's work. So Q in 4 days will do 60. Q in 4 days will do 60 because these both are equal. So Q in 4 days, 4 multiplied by Q is 60. So Q will do 15 units per day. Now comes R. Now Q in 1 day is doing 15. So Q in 6 days will do how much? Q in 1 day is doing 15. So Q in 6 days will do how much? 6 multiplied by Q will be 6 multiplied by 15, 90 units. So R in 5 days, is doing 90 units. Therefore, R in 1 day is doing 90 divided by 5, 18 units per day. Yeah, Tejaswani, I'll show you a couple of approaches for this sum. Pay attention, pehle. Everybody clear till here? Check this properly. We needed to reach this P plus Q plus R. I'll repeat. I took this number as 60. Okay, I'm going to explain the whole thing again. Chalo. Whatever P can do in 3 days, Q can do in 4 days, and whatever Q can do in 6 days, R can do in 5 days. So I'm changing the method. I'm changing the method. Can you all pay attention? Okay. Okay, pay attention. हम Q को सिर्फ ये दो नंबर का एलसीएम लेते हैं, 6 and 4 का. What is the LCM of 6 and 4? 12. because Q is there in both of the places. So let's do 12 days for Q. Q in 4 days. So what will Q in 12 days become? 3 times. So this will become P in 9 days. Let's repeat this. Why did I take 12 for Q? Because this 4 6 are 4 and 6 LCM is 12. So 4 3s is 12. So I have to multiply here also by 3. So 3 3s is 9. Q in 6 days is R in 5 days. So Q in 12 days, double, will become R in 10 days. Now look at this approach. This I think is the easier approach. Whatever P can do now in 9 days, Q can do in 12 days, R can do in 10 days. Have you all understood this method? Yes or no? Aram se, I'm going to leave it on the screen. I'm going to wait for people to ask me question. Only then I'll go ahead. Okay, I decided to make Q same. यहाँ पे Q 4 days के लिए था, यहाँ पे Q 6 days के लिए था. तो I took LCM of Q 4 and 6 का LCM 12. Okay, explaining one more time, pay attention. 4 and 6 का LCM is 12. So what I did was, I basically wanted to write Q for 12 days. So I wanted to write Q for 12 days. So 12 into Q. 12 into Q is P into how much and R into how much. अब बहुत सिंपल अप्रोच बता रहा हूं. यहां पे 12 लाने के लिए व्हाट डिड आई मल्टीप्लाई बाय? 4 को किससे मल्टीप्लाई करोगे तो 12 आएगा? 3 से. अगर यहां पे 3 से मल्टीप्लाई करूंगा तो यहां पे भी 3 से मल्टीप्लाई करना पड़ेगा. सो दिस विल बिकम 9. सेम वे यहां पे 12 लाने के लिए 6 2s are 12, तो 5 2s are 10. Now check properly. No, this will be easy to understand. Ishita, pay attention. Don't worry so much. This is much easier and much shorter. Everybody clear till here? Now take the LCM of 9, 12 and 10. Now take the LCM of 9, 12 and 10. 9, 12, 10 का LCM is 180. LCM you can do in the rough work, you can do on your own. LCM is 180. So 9P is 180. So P is doing 20 units per day. 12Q is 180. So Q is doing 15 units per day. 10R is 180. So R is doing 18 units per day. Now, they had told us in the sum that P plus Q plus R can finish the work in 30 days. So in 30 days, how much work is done? 20 plus 15 plus 18. That is 33 plus 20, 53. 18 plus 15, 33 plus 20, 53. P plus Q plus R is 53. So in 30 days, we will do 30 into 53. Don't multiply, leave it here. Who has to finish this work? Only Q. Only Q मांगा था ना? हाँ, only Q. So time taken by Q. I think answer in the options is wrong. I think so. I'll check again. No problem. 30 into 53. Only Q has to do 15. Q is doing 15 per day. Answer is 106. I think the last option में typo error है. 106 होना चाहिए. या second option में typo error है. 106 is the answer. There was a typo error. (20 plus 15, 35, 35 plus 18, 53. That is our 53. Units though will never matter in these questions. Last part again. They they are told they will finish the job together in 30 days. So in 30 days, they will do one day, they are doing 53 units. One day, they are doing 53 units. So in 30 days, they'll do 30 into 53. Time taken by Q. Now this is the total work. This becomes total work. Time taken by Q will be 30 into 53 divided by Q alone, which is 15. Solve it, 106. In fact, I'm going to do the same question by a different method, but only for students who are very comfortable with ratio. If you're not comfortable with ratio, you should stick to this method. I'm explaining one method, but only for students who are comfortable with ratio. Pay attention to this method. 30p plus q plus r upon q is what we want to find. Why multiply in start? So that I can have all of them with q, na? Because they both were given separate for q. Okay, pay attention to this method, everybody. This method is only for those students who are very comfortable with ratios. And others will also like it. It is not bad. 3p is 4q. Right? They told us in the starting only. P can do as much work in 3 days as Q can do in 4 days. So, what can you write instead of P? If 3p is 4q, so therefore what is P? P is 4/3 of Q. So, P के बदले में आ जाएगा 4/3 Q. Q will remain Q. Q को change नहीं करेंगे. Let's change R now. Second case में they told us 6Q is equal to 5R. 6Q is 5R. So what is R equal to? 6 upon 5Q divided by Q. Check whether you have understood this. What have I done? मैंने P के बदले में Q लिख दिया, Q को रहने दिया, R के बदले में भी Q लिखा. Just check this approach. Everybody clear till here? Just quickly say yes or no. Okay? Q is over here, Q is over here, Q is over here. We can take LCM and add. We can take LCM and we can add. Come on. Why don't you all do the LCM and addition on your own at least? So this is upon 1. Can we take LCM? What will be LCM of 3, 1 and 5? 3, 1 and 5 LCM हो गया 15. So अगर 15 LCM लिया तो क्या आएगा? 3 goes 5 times. So 20Q. 1 goes 15 times. So 15Q. 5 goes 3 times. So 18Q. And नीचे भी एक Q था, भूलना मत ये Q को. तो I can bring it here. 15 1s are 15, 2s are 30. 2 multiplied by, add up all this becomes 53Q upon Q. Q cut out 106. As we had said, this option is 106. Check whether you all have understood this. How 5 by 6? 6 by 5 ना? R में 5 है तो मुझे R फाइंड करना है, मुझे Q नहीं फाइंड करना है. तो 5 will come down, no? Soumya, did you understand? When 6Q is 5R, you want to find R, so it will become 5 will come down, no? Because they told 30 days में P plus Q plus R can finish the whole work. So this is total work. This is total work. ऊपर का न्यूमरेटर. No, both the methods are nice. अच्छा by the way, चलो एक सेकेंड ना, ये हो गया सब समझ में आ गया? That's okay, Ayushi, that will come through practice, don't worry. There was a step in the sum where you were doing this, right? Everybody just pay attention. There was one step. How to do this step only faster? You all realize LCM is 15, no? You all realize LCM is 15. So it is as good as saying just multiply everything by 15. Multiply this by 15. What will you get if you multiply this by 15? 4 upon 3 multiply by 15. 20q, 15q, 18q and 15. That's a faster way of doing it. So instead of that taking LCM and all, when you add fractions, it is as good as multiplying everything by 15 and going ahead. Okay? Sure. Let's go to the next question. Enough methods we did for this question. Okay, again I'm explaining. I don't want you to do today. Today is not your day to do, today is your day to understand. 3 men and 5 women can finish a work in 14 days, while 2 men and 5 women can finish a work in 18 days. In how many days will 9 men and 5 women complete a job thrice as big as the one mentioned above? That means 3 times of total work divided by 9 men and 5 women. No, not last question. We still have time. Why so much rush? Now, whenever days are there, you should always have LCM. What is LCM of 14 and 18? Come on, somebody tell me what is LCM of 14 and 18? I'm waiting in the chat to tell people to tell me LCM of 14 and 18. You can't take linear equation right now because this is days. Days cannot be added or subtracted. Oh, who said 54? Please, 54 is wrong. LCM is somebody saying 36. 36 में 14 कहाँ जा रहा है? 14 to the 28, 14 to the 42. LCM is 126. LCM is 126. Okay. Pay attention. So what will I change? I will make my question like this. 3 men and 5 women can do 126 units in 14 days. So 126 divided by 14 will become 9. 9 units per day. Very, very, very important step. And 2 men and 5 women will do 126 divided by 18, 7 units per day. Check whether you have understood this much. वो तो एंड में आएगा, इसको भी छोड़ो, अब इसको छोड़ दो, अभी इसके ऊपर अभी कॉन्सेंट्रेट मत करो. डोंट वरी अबाउट दिस पार्ट. पहले इस पे कॉन्सेंट्रेट करो. Everybody clear till here? Total work I took as 126. 126 divided by 14, I can say 3 men and 5 women can do 9 units per day. 126 divided by 18, 2 men and 5 women can do 7 units per day. Days है ही नहीं. 126 divided by 18 will become 7 units per day. One man will do 2 days. One man can't do days. One man has to do work. So, can we do simultaneous equation? If I subtract both these equations, 5 women will cut out. One man will do 2 units per day. One man can do 2 units per day. Put this in the question and find W also same way. So what will you get if you put 3 men will become 6. 9 - 6 is 3. 5 women is doing 3. So women will be 3 by 5, which is 0.6. Check whether you all understood this. I did this part orally. If you all want, I can show it over here. 3 men will become 6. 6 plus 5W is 9. 5W is 3. W is 3 by 5, which is 0.6. Everybody clear? Now let's read the question. Question में क्या मांगा है? I am switching off my video because then you all will not be able to see it. Okay, so Saurabh has become Mr. India. We can't add and subtract days. I explained the starting only. If A does a work in 10 days and B does a work in 20 days, can you see A plus B does 35 days? No, na? So whenever there is days, you can't add and subtract. Okay, somebody asked, why didn't we not do linear equation in the days ka term? You can't do it over here. Understood? Okay, now let's read the question. Our work is 126 units. They want us to do thrice as big as the work. So total work to be done will become 3 multiplied by 126. And who has to do it? 9 men and 5 women. So 3 multiplied by 126. 9 men. 9 m is 2. So 9 2s are 18. 5 women will be 5 into 0.6, which will again come 3. So answer will be 3 into 126 divided by 21. 21 6 are 126. Answer is 18 days. अरे because बोले कनक बोला है सब में पढ़ो, because they want us to do thrice as big a job. You all don't read the question. They have told us why 3, because they have told us thrice a biggest job. यहां पे पढ़ा आप लोग ने thrice वाला पार्ट. यानी अगर एक सेक्शन करने के बदले में तुमको बोला 3 सेक्शन करना है तो you have to multiply by 3, no? Okay? Chalo, let's go ahead. थोड़ा अलग क्वेश्चन है, टाइम एंड वर्क का ही है. आई वांट यू ऑल टू ट्राई. Okay, you all try this question. I'm giving you 2 minutes to try. Yes, we should take LCM of 24 and 36. LCM of 24 and 36 will come 72. So you can take 72 liters as the size of the tank. Size of the tank 72 liters. So m can fill 72 divided by 24, 3 liters per hour and a minute है 3 liters per minute, and n can fill 72 divided by 36, 2 liters per minute. Ru, I didn't purposely explain that approach because that I didn't want people to get confused right now with that. Okay, pay attention now. Everybody pay attention to the method over here. मेरा total work 72 है तो इतना खत्म होना चाहिए. Who is doing it? M and N. After how many minutes should N be closed so that the tank is full in 18 minutes? Yani which pipe is not getting closed? M is not getting closed. M is not getting closed. So can I say M? तो पूरा 18 मिनट तक ऑन है. N का मुझे पता नहीं कितने मिनट तक ऑन था. So ये थोड़ा एक ब्लैंक बॉक्स लेते हैं. Is this the question? More or less this is the question, right? Whatever work M will do in 18 minutes, N will do in some minutes. I don't know how many minutes. Total work to be done is 72. So 18 threes are, M is 3. So 18 threes are 54. N is 2. 2 multiplied by this box is 72. 54 goes on the other side. So 2 multiplied by box is 72 minus 54, 18. So the box is 9. That means N should be on for 9 minutes. N should be on for 9 minutes. And that was the question asked, no? After how many minutes should N be switched off? So in short, how many minutes should N be on for? So N should be on for 9 minutes. If I want to call this X, 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 then X is 9 minutes. Yes, M is flowing for the entire 18 minutes. M को तो बंद करने की बात ही नहीं की वो लोग ने. They have not spoken about closing M. So M will remain on for the full 18 minutes and N will remain. One more time, no problem. Pay attention. I hope the first part is clear. Anurag, I hope the first part is clear. ये LCM वाला part वो तो हम सब में किया ना हमने वही. We did that in all the question. Anurag, you have to say yes or no, okay? Now, M is on for 18 minutes because M तो बंद हुआ ही नहीं है. Plus N is on for X minutes. And this is equal to 72 liters का job. Anurag, I asked you a question. You have not answered that. Have you understood this much, Anurag? People have a problem replying, it's very difficult to look at these. Great, Anurag. That's nice. Better. Now M is on for 18 minutes because the tank is full in 18 minutes. तो M तो बंद किया ही नहीं है, तो M तो starting से चालू था और end तक चालू रहा है 18 minutes तक. So M is 3. So 3 multiplied by 18. N is 2. So 2 multiplied by X is 72. Solve it out. 2X is equal to 72 minus 54. 2X is 18 and X is 9. Everybody got it? No, chat is not like lagging. I tell people that I'll need to refresh. Okay? Everybody clear? So N will be switched off after 9 minutes. Okay, I'm reading Jayanti's method. Can we divide 18 minutes by N? No, bilkul nahi. Completely wrong, Jayanti. Yeah, but that X minute has been counted here also, na? That x minute has been, मैं m और n को अलग अलग रख रहा हूं, समझो वो एक दूसरे को पहचानते ही नहीं है। m पूरा 18 मिनट तक ऑन था, n सिर्फ x मिनट तक ऑन था, दोनों को अलग अलग रख रहे हैं। डोंट मिक्स देम अप अननेसेसरीली। Yeah, Parth, what you're saying is right, but that's pretty unnecessarily 18.6 and all ना। तुम देखो मेरे केस में वो सब आया ही नहीं, क्यों जनरेट करने का? What you're saying is right, Parth, no problem. So see what Parth said no is right. If you look at Parth ka chat, he said is right, but not needed. That's unnecessary, making it difficult. Okay, read the question at least a couple of times, then I'll discuss it. Just read it. Even if you don't try, it's okay. The grammar is wrong, has a leak. Okay, let me explain the question. एक टैंक है जिसमें नीचे एक लीकेज है, ये तुम्हारा लीकेज है। Okay, if nothing is coming inside, if nothing is coming inside, the whole tank will get emptied in 4 hours. If nothing is coming inside, the whole tank will get emptied in 4 hours. But if there is one tap which is putting 5 liters per minute. There's a tap which is putting 5 liters per minute inside. Even after the tap is on, the tank is able to get emptied in 8 hours. Find the capacity of the tank. Is the question clear first? क्या समझना था वो समझ लो पहले, नंबर्स भूल जाओ, मैथ्स भूल जाओ, एटलीस्ट अंडरस्टैंड द इंग्लिश ऑफ द क्वेश्चन. द होल टैंक normally is able to get emptied in 4 hours, right? But because there is a water pipe which is bringing 5 liters per hour, because of that it is taking 8 hours. Is the question clear? Okay, now I'm going to erase the diagram. Now, so normally, what is the leakage able to do? One full tank, it is able to empty in 4 hours. Normally, the leakage is able to empty one full tank in 4 hours. But that day, that particular day, it took 8 hours. So normally it is able to empty one full tank in 4 hours. So 8 hours में क्या करेगा? It will do double. It will do 2 full tanks. So where did that extra water come from? 2 tank. Normally it is on that particular day it did. Normally it was doing only 1 tank. So this is the extra water which came. Where did this extra water come from? Because of the inlet pipe. Inlet pipe is doing 5 liters per minute. So 8 hours. 8 hours तक inlet pipe on था. So 8 into 60, 480 minutes. So normally it is able to do 2 tanks. That day it is able to do 2 tanks. Normally it is doing 1 tank. So the difference is 5 multiplied by 480 minutes. And therefore tank is equal to 2400 liters. One step ka sum if you understand. Go through it carefully. one step का sum, if you understood. Yeah, so easy, इतना easy है नहीं तेजस्वनी. ये जो समझने का पार्ट है ना, 2 tank minus 1 tank, that is slightly difficult. Okay, normally on a regular day, the leakage pipe is able to empty one full tank in 4 hours. I am repeating, Raj, you asked me to repeat, that's why I am repeating, pay attention. Okay, normally it is able to empty one full tank in 4 hours, but that particular day it took 8 hours. So can I say 8 hours it will do 2 multiplied by full tank? So the difference is 2 tanks minus 1 tank, which is 1 tank. Now where did I get this from? That difference is the water which is coming in because of the inlet pipe. Inlet pipe is putting 5 liters per minute. 8 hours mein there are totally 480 minutes. 5 liters in 1 minute. So 480 minutes mein 5 multiplied by 480. That becomes 2400 and that is the answer. Harsh, I already explained. Without asking, I explained. Harsh, Raj, I've explained 2t minus t at least 2 times. Okay? एक बार देख लो हर्ष वापस. They've asked for capacity of tank. No, so they want t. 2t minus 1t is t. T is 2400. They don't want 2t. Because normally एक टैंक जितना काम हो रहा था, आज 2 टैंक जितना काम हो रहा है, इसलिए 2t minus 1t एक्स्ट्रा वर्क. चलो, let's go ahead. Last question for the day, okay? Last question for the day. इसमें भी एक छोटा चेंज कर रहा हूं मैं. No options. 480 minutes है ना, because 8 घंटे, 8 hours, 8 multiplied by 60, Ishita. Because it was 5 liters per minute. So for 480 minutes, every minute 5 liters. Ishita understood why 480 now? Yes, Tejaswani. Old, new, difference. Suppose, let us consider, suppose team बोलो मैं अकेला बोलो कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ रहा है, उससे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ने वाला, because they have not said how many people are there. Suppose the team was able to do originally X units per day. Suppose the team was able to do X units per day. Okay. Now they have increased the efficiency by 50%. X के ऊपर 50% ऐड करोगे तो कितना हो जाएगा? X plus half X, that is 1.5x. So now they are doing 1.5 units per day, 1.5x, sorry, units per day. Okay. Now, originally they were going to work for only 14 days. Now they are working only for 10 days. So, originally, forget the new part. Originally, 14 multiplied by x, the total work would have been 14x. Originally, total work would have been 14x. Now the total work is 1.5x multiplied by 10, which is 15x. This difference they are saying is 26 items. This difference is 26 items. That means they're saying they not only finished the work, but they did 26 items more. So 15x minus 14x is 26. So x is 26. Lot of people make mistake in this sum and say 26 is the answer. No. No need to find the full work. We're wasting time. X is 26. What have they asked for? How many items in the team manufacture per day now? Per day is 1.5x. That means answer what they want us to find is 1.5x, which is 1.5 multiplied by 26. Remove decimals and solve. Answer will come out to be 39 units per day. 50% extra. 50% extra, that is why 1.5. Hamda was sick. Did you understand why? Difference is 26 because some mein bola hai. They not only finished the work, but also did 26 items extra. So it is like maths ka sums. Chalo think. You are working with a particular efficiency of doing X sums per day. Okay, and you were able to finish some set of questions in 14 days. But one day you suddenly felt, no, I need to work harder. So instead of doing X sums per day, you start doing 1.5x sums per day. 1.5 multiplied by 10 is 15. Okay, so I'm going to explain the whole thing with sums ka logic. Okay, so originally you were doing X questions per day. So in 14 days, you would have done 14x questions. But after one big motivational lecture from me, you all decided, yeah, I need to work harder. So instead of doing X sums extra, you did 50% more every day. So you did 1.5x. How does 1.5x come? X plus 50% of x. 50% of x is 0.5x. So x plus 0.5x becomes 1.5x. Now you did work only for 10 days. 1.5 multiplied by 10 becomes 15. That means in 10 days you came back and told me, sir, see, I did not even do the homework which you gave. I did 26 more sums. I finished all the homework and I did 26 more sums. That means 15x minus 14x is 26. X is 26. Question asked is, what is your new rate of doing work? Not the old rate. So new rate is 1.5x, which is 1.5 into 26. Remove the decimal. 5 3s are 5 2s are 2 1s are 2 13s are. Answer is 39. Everybody got this? Chalo, that's it for today. No, 15% of 26 is not. Yeah, that is at the end. Once you got, because that luckily came out x as 26. ये x जो 26 आया वो तो फाइंड करना ही पड़ेगा. Okay, everybody. Chalo, good night, everybody. Thank you. Good night, everybody.